Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Camden Francis, and I'm a tech entrepreneur based in Boston, Massachusetts. If you're someone who's trying to build a company, launch a project, or simply become more productive in your professional life, today's video is going to be incredibly valuable. Because in today's startup ecosystem, the companies that move the fastest are not always the ones with the largest teams. Often, they're the ones that use technology, and specifically AI, more intelligently. AI is transforming how startups operate. Tasks that once required entire departments can now be accomplished by small teams using thoughtful tools. I'm going to spend most of this video focusing on one tool that has an enormous impact on how I personally operate as a founder. That tool is called Granola. Granola is an AI-powered meeting assistant, an intelligent notepad that fundamentally changes how entrepreneurs capture ideas, run meetings, and communicate with their teams. And if you're someone who spends a lot of time in meetings, whether with co-founders, investors, advisors, customers, or team members, this tool can really change how you optimize your workflow. So let's dive in. Why are meetings one of the biggest bottlenecks in startups? When you're building a startup, meetings can become overwhelming. You're constantly having to, plan, take on many different meetings and wear different hats. And really, this is a challenge for founders, right? They have to do three things at once: listen carefully, contribute ideas, and take detailed notes. This could be incredibly difficult. In many meetings, founders end up, missing important details because they're trying to capture notes while actively participating in the conversation. Or the opposite happens. They focus on listening and contributing, and afterwards they realize that they didn't document the key takeaways. Over time, this leads to several problems, right? Important insights get lost, action items are forgotten, and teams leave meetings with different interpretations. This is exactly the problem that Granola was designed to solve. What is Granola? It is essentially an AI-powered notepad that's designed specifically for meetings. Instead of simply recording conversations with traditional meeting tools, Granola combines your notes with the meeting conversation and then uses AI to transform everything into clear and structured summaries. The platform is designed really to help professionals stay fully present during meetings while ensuring the important information is captured accurately. One of the most interesting aspects of Granola is that it doesn't rely on a visible bot joining your call. Many of these transcription tools require a robot participant to enter the meeting, which can sometimes feel awkward, especially in sensitive conversations with investors or clients. Granola works more seamlessly. It really allows for meetings to flow, feel natural, right, while capturing the most important details. After a meeting ends, Granola automatically helps generate structured summaries, clear meeting notes, key insights from the conversation, action items, and shareable documentation. This makes it incredibly easy for teams to become very aligned. A founder's workflow using Granola. Let me walk through how I personally use Granola through a typical day as a startup founder. Imagine I'm preparing for a strategy meeting with our product team. Before the meeting starts, I open Granola and begin writing a few quick notes about topics we plan to discuss. For example, UI updates for the company's profile team, improvements to our AI lead generation feature, feedback from early users, priorities for the next development sprint. These notes act as framework for, a well-functioning, check-in call. As the conversation unfolds, Granola really captures the discussion, while I continue adding small notes and ideas here and there. After the meeting ends, Granola uses AI to transform everything into a structured summary. Instead of messy bullet points, it produces something much more valuable. A clear document showing what we discussed, what decisions were made, and what tasks need to happen next. This document can be instantly shared with the entire team. That means everyone walks away from one meeting aligned. Granola's core capabilities. Let's talk about some of the specific features that make Granola particularly powerful. Intelligent note structuring. Granola takes raw notes and organizes them into structured summaries. Instead of a chaotic list of thoughts and unclear sections, it really simplifies key discussion points, decisions made, action items, and follow-up tasks. This dramatically improves how teams, process these meeting outcomes. Number 2, AI meeting summaries. Granola simply doesn't only transcribe conversations. It actually interprets and organizes the information. For example, if a meeting involves multiple topics, such as marketing, strategy, product updates, and hiring, Granola can separate those discussions into different sections within the summary. This makes the information significantly more easy to review later. 3, action item detection. One of the most important features is Granola's ability to identify action items. During the meetings, people often say, things like, I'll follow up with the design team, or let's revisit this next week. Granola automatically identifies these statements and converts them into actionable tasks. This prevents responsibilities from falling through the cracks. 4, seamless sharing. After a meeting, Granola allows you to, more easily share, notes with the team. So instead of, writing a follow-up email summarizing the discussion, you can simply send a Granola document. For startup teams that move very quickly, like ours, it saves an enormous amount of time. How entrepreneurs can use Granola during sales calls. One particularly powerful use case for Granola is during sales conversations. Sales calls can often contain extremely valuable information. Customers can explain their problems, they describe their workflows, and they can highlight frustrations with existing solutions. Capturing this information accurately is incredibly important, but salespeople also need to, remain incredibly engaged in a conversation. Granola solves this perfectly. Here's how founders and sales teams can use it very effectively. Tip 1, capture customers' pain points. During discovery calls, write quick notes about customer problems. Granola will help transform these notes into structured insights after the meeting. Over time, this creates a really valuable database of customer intelligence. Tip 2, document product feedback. When customers mention features or product frustrations, add quick notes. Granola will use these insights in meeting summaries. This makes it easier to pass on feedback to the product team. Tip 3, track follow-ups. Sales calls often end with statements like, send over pricing details, or I'll introduce you to our CTO. Granola converts these into action items so that nothing gets forgotten. Tip 4, share insights across teams. After the call, Granola summarizes, information. And this information can be shared with marketing, product, or leadership teams. This ensures that valuable customer insights are distributed throughout the company. Closing thoughts. Great companies are built not only by great people, but really great systems. Granola is one of those tools that can help one maintain those systems. It allows our team to communicate clearly, document ideas effectively, and move faster as a company. If you're an entrepreneur or a student building a startup, or someone who spends a lot of time in meetings, like myself, I highly recommend exploring Granola. It is one of the most practical AI tools used in my daily workflow. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content about startups, entrepreneurship, and technology. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Check out Granola today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.